Hey everyone, I'm Michael, and this is another episode in my series, A Plant a Week. In this series, I talk about various houseplants. I highlight one for the whole video, talking about how to properly care for it, how to water it, how to propagate it, everything that you need to know to keep your plant healthy and happy. Don't these leaves just look angelic? No wonder the common name for this cane begonia is the angel wing begonia. This begonia, known as the Sophie Cecile, is a cultivar, meaning it's a fabricated plant that does not occur naturally in the wild. It was first registered in 1961, and depending on the region you live in, can be planted in your outdoor gardens for a unique look with its long angel wing-like foliage. These plants also flower, getting a light pink flower that droops alongside the leaves. As a cane begonia, the Sophie Cecile grows atop a stalk and will continue to grow up along the single stalk unless it's pruned, which promotes branching. When these plants get big enough, they can look like ornate trees with delicate drooping leaves and flowers, and that's my goal with these little ones. These are a few cuttings I took from a larger plant that I received that wasn't doing too well. I decided to chop it up, gave some of the cuttings away, and kept 2 for myself to, eventually, grow into mini trees. Most begonias require a lot of humidity to flourish. Luckily, these ones prefer humidity to be around 50% or higher, but can tolerate lower levels of humidity as well. I've kept these ones grouped together with some other plants to create a little humid environment for them to grow in. When watering, you want to make sure that the soil is dry first, and then give them a deep drink until the soil is saturated. I've been keeping mine, and most of my plants, in terracotta to help the soil dry out between waterings, and it works so much better than keeping them in nursery pots. Even though they want their soil to dry out between waterings, I've found a denser soil that holds onto moisture works better for these plants than ones packed with extra drainage components. Because of this, these begonias, as well as my maculata, are all potted straight in potting soil. Begonias also have a small root system, which means they don't need to be repotted often and prefer a smaller, compact pot. As they grow, you'll need to stake them up if you want to keep that tall look. These begonias like partial sun and thrive in either an eastern or western exposure. They can't handle a lot of direct sunlight, but similarly, they don't do well in areas of deep shade. You've got to protect those angel wings, you know? Make sure you got your sunscreen on so they don't get burnt. Right now, I've been keeping mine besides a western-facing door. However, once I move, which I will be at the end of the summer, they'll receive a little more light from a southern view. Hopefully it won't be too much light for them. Fertilizing depends on how much light they're getting and how fast they're growing. The more light and the faster they're growing, the more fertilizer they'll need. You only want to fertilize them in the growing season, and it's best to use something balanced, like a 15-15-15. Make sure to cut the dosage and dilute it with water though. Don't want to burn those roots either. These plants are super easy to propagate. These are all propagations from a plant I received from a plant swap a few years ago. I rooted all of them in water, cutting them beneath nodes and placing those nodes in fresh water, which I changed daily. Okay, I changed it like once a week. But they rooted relatively fast and easy, and I think I featured them in some of my propagation videos from last summer. As far as pests go, these begonias are pretty hardy, but they are susceptible to mildew. You can prevent the growth of mildew by spraying it seasonally with water, baking soda, and a wee drop of dishwashing soap. I've never had a problem with mildew, though, on my begonias, so fingers crossed it stays that way. These plants are considered poisonous, so it's best not to eat them, as with most houseplants. Don't be munching on your angel's wings. Super easy to grow and care for, the angel wing begonia will have you singing with a chorus of heavenly hosts, unless you kill it, and then, I don't know, I guess you have a bit of atoning to do. Thanks again for watching. Remember to like and subscribe for similar content. On Mondays, I post videos about houseplants, and on Fridays, I also post videos about houseplants, and reading, writing, photography, art, and any other generic interests of mine. As always, you can find my social media links in the description below. Also, you can find links to H&H Games, the board game company I've helped create, and our debut board game, Season of Heroes. You can also find the Amazon links to my fantasy series, A Chronicle of Crowns. Thanks for watching, bye!